Probate is the process of settling the estate of a loved one who has passed away. Your loved one had property. They may have had bank accounts, a house, vehicles, a collection of stuff. They may have been a hoarder. They may have been simple. But they've got property that just needs to be taken care of and transferred into new hands of someone who's alive. How probate works is that someone will be selected to be the executor or the personal representative of the person who passed away. And they will file a petition to be named as that executor and to be given the court authority to act in that capacity. Once they're appointed the executor or the personal representative, they will publish a notice to all of the creditors saying so-and-so has passed away. If you have any claims against so-and-so or the estate, lodge them within the next 90 days. So that's the notice to creditors. Then there will be an inventory prepared. The executor will pull together a list of the property that was in the estate of your loved one and just list it out, and approximate values associated with that property, as well as any liens and encumbrances. So you might have a house that's worth $540,000 that had a $200,000 mortgage at the time, and you'll list both of those things. After the inventory is prepared, then the executor will prepare an accounting of what they've done to dispose of the property, whether they sold it. Now, at the same time that the executor prepares the inventory, they actually have to do something or propose something to be done with that property. A lot of times the property will be sold, through an estate sale or a home purchase, and sometimes you'll need to get court approval to approve the purchase or sale of a home. But they'll actually do something with the property, bring it into the estate and sell it, for example. And then they will prepare an accounting. This is what I've done with the property of the estate, and it balances to the T. And they'll make a proposed distribution to the court. They'll say to the court, this is what I want to do with the money. I want to distribute it to these beneficiaries. I want to pay these administrative expenses of the estate, and so forth. And then you take that to the judge. The judge will either approve or not approve the accounting. If they don't approve it, they'll say why. You've got to go fix that. And the judge will either approve or not approve how you want to distribute the money. And if they don't approve it, they'll say why, and you go fix that and come back. And then once you have that order, your job is to follow the order and distribute as per the order. And then you'll come back to the court one last time and say, we completed the distribution. I want to be released as the executor because I've done my job, and get that discharge order, and then you're done. Really, all of the property that your loved one owned or controlled at the time of death will go through probate. And it's going to be books, jewelry, furniture, vehicles, accounts, homes, other real estate. All that goes through probate. Now, one thing that does not go through probate is if your loved one had a life insurance policy and named you or other people as beneficiaries, that's not probate property. That's payable to the person named as the beneficiary. And the same goes for a retirement account or bank account that had a beneficiary designation form filled out. That property belongs to the beneficiary, not to the estate of your loved one. There are some common challenges during probate. One common challenge is just identifying the property of your loved one. And sometimes that means that you've got to go find a bank lockbox or a safe deposit box and get an order authorizing you to open that up. Other times it takes some questioning among the family to just figure out what property the loved one owned. So that's one common challenge. Another common challenge is dealing with real estate that has partners. Like your loved one may not have been the sole owner of the real estate. And in that instance, you've got to collaborate, negotiate with other people who are owners. A third common challenge is just communicating with the banks and the financial institutions. Sometimes they can make that communication difficult, and they may not even talk to you until you're appointed to be the executor or personal representative. If you have any questions regarding the probate process in Nevada, specifically in Northern Nevada, we welcome your calls. Call us at the Sierra Crest Business Law Group.